have at the
they have to feed people
at that CBS thing that I did.
Yeah,
it was total everywhere you go, all of that stuff. They figure that they got to feed you because they don't want you going and coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got all these people relying on you. That's like, let's keep them here.
Yeah.
This is really funny.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. That stuff is so expensive. I mean, 25 people, they're all making good money.
Yeah.
And they got to feed them and get all those vehicles and equipment there. And fuck, man. It's so,
people just pay
you know what?
that
I was thinking I could have just gone and got an iPhone at this. If they had told me what they wanted, you know, it wouldn't come out any less.
Yeah. Jeez. So silly.
I mean, the whole thing was I was supposed to be filming it with the selfie stick and an iPhone, and I was supposed to see Double Garage, like make a, you know, a good reaction to that, and then there was a line that said 20% down. I gotta come up with that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's so people can go to that school because they don't know how to do that stuff.
Right.
So.
Whew.
So you're going down to LA?
Yeah.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's sad. You're gonna miss all this stuff up here.
I know.
There's all kinds of stuff. Is Kevin working?
Yeah. He
only staying up there?
He only has 2 days off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna miss.
His season ends soon, though.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
I don't. My season goes until November, mid-November, maybe.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know.
Huh.
Chillax. Do what I did last year. Chillax. Maybe hike a bit. I don't know. Relax until. Yeah.
Where's he gonna stay?
I don't know.
Huh.
I'm trying to get my own house, one of those little motor inns, and then I have
in El Patel.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And I have my own cabin right now, tank cabin. Really? But he's good in Vogel saying until like mid-September.
Oh, really?
And then it's like, you know, whatever, backpack, hang out.
Yeah. There's probably a million places.
Yeah, he might even be trying to get another job. I don't know.
Huh.
Because he can get one in the.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, easy.
I mean, if he's running Vogel sign, he could probably do anything he wants in the valley.
Yeah.
They look at those high country people like, you know, whoa.
I know.
They pretty much get to pick their pick of whatever they want to do.
He had that big old party. He's like, I think I'll just get a slap on the wrist. But someone came by and said it's been the best run camp since like 30 years, and this guy used to work there too, and he said like this year was the best. And then some other lady or some other person came up and put a $300 tip in the jar right in front of his boss.
Oh, that's cool.
And then all the big bosses came up there too, and they loved that camp the best too. They had the best fun.
He's gonna get to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Vogel seems the best too.
They're gonna, you know what? They could probably put him in a position where they can see how good he does.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be able to have his pick, and you can probably get housing right there in the, private housing.
I don't know what he wants to though. Yeah. He's smart.
What about Maui?
Yeah, he wants to go back to, or we want to go back to Kauai.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Teach there.
Well.
Just
if you guys got a place, I want to come and visit.
I know. Kauai is amazing.
I learned what I need to really have a good time.
But now we're going to Kauai, and Kauai is like Mariposa, but on a smaller island.
Oh, really?
And it's called the Garden Isle, and it's the oldest island in the chain, and it's the only one with a river through it. And
that sounds
we
cool.
went backpacking there last year for a week. They have the Grand Canyon of Hawaii. It's like, it should be a national park, but it's a state park because they had so many bombings.
Oh, really?
Like military things around there, so they don't want to clean up their stuff. But it's incredible. Yeah. And then the Pili Coast.
I just want to swim a lot.
Yeah, well, that happens too.
I know. We went swimming almost every day when I visited her for 10 days. Almost every day we're swimming.
By oceans like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Why'd you go to Hawaii or Kauai?
Why not?
No, I mean Was that something that drew you there, or
I went there when I was 18 or 19.
No, that was Maui.
That was Maui,
CC.
yeah.
Okay.
To Maui to visit a friend for a week. And that was the first place I flew to by myself or anywhere. And then we went traveling together or whatever. And then I always wanted to live there since then. So
Her boyfriend had been living there.
no, but he had never been there before.
He'd never been.
Before I told him, like, I think we should go to Hawaii.
I thought he had been working there.
He had been working there for 2 weeks, but he had never been to Hawaii before that.
Really?
Yeah.
That was his first season?
That was his first time ever on Hawaii.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And on the way there, the person next to him gave him $200 so that they could sit on the window flight. So he got us for free. He's so lucky.
Yeah. I had a pretty good when I went.
Yeah.
The guy let us use his motorcycles and took us all around. And,
Nice.
drove us around his nice truck and took us out to eat. And
That's the thing.
us
I need
scuba
to
diving.
look into. Can you contact him about that? How I get a motorcycle over there? Because I don't want to have a cheap car again. I'd rather have a motorcycle on Hawaii. I need one.
Good point. I'll hit him up. I'll see what he says.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. I'll ask him if he thinks it's better for you to
Buy one
ship
there.
one over there and
Or
sell it, or
yeah.
or just buy one there.
Yeah.
So cool. Normally, father
He'll probably be like, I
don't
gotta
use
get to it.
motorbike.
Yeah. I'll get it to Kauai. You know what I mean?
That's what I want.
I know, right? He's so cool.
Tell
You know,
him
he
that
could probably make it happen.
They're traveling to Europe, but they're maybe not married.
So when do you think you're gonna go over there?
I don't know. After
Like
work.
my father, when he was
November.
young,
November.
I don't know.
Oh,
Depends how things are going, but I really want to get. I told Mom I'm not going to be around
young, he liked
for the winter.
And we
I
never
don't know why.
give you to own a motorbike. If you
That's
have
why I
motorbike, I
can
will
get
build
over
it.
there. So I think she's on board not to house Paul.
That's good.
Yeah.
Didn't know it
I
for-
told
And
her.
you know what? If he can get his act together while being homeless, then he's gonna be able to, you know. I think if he's homeless, they're gonna
Be more active.
they'll probably
Three.
it'll probably be easier for him to get SSI.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think the county will probably help him, knowing that he's dependent on them.
Yeah.
So they'll probably just just switch him over to the feds.
I told her, like, if you house him, you're taking away services he may be able to obtain.
That's true. That's
And
true.
housing's a basic one, or any kind of, and I think she gets it. And she said, yeah, he needs a transition time at least.
Okay, I started travel, I just like save my money to buy.
And if he gets his act together and gets a job and all that, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, that, you know what I mean? That's good enough.
Yeah.
But
If he can't, then he needs to get on some SSI and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be hard for her not to let him in back to the house.
well, she needs to. She needs to tell the
I wrote
she needs to tell the DA or the public defender that she wants it written into his thing that he can't live there unless he does this or this or this.
That's alright, I'll tell her that. Yeah. Did you read my letter I sent to the public defender?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to make it strong
Yeah.
because it was just like they shouldn't be trying to put him in there again.
Well, I didn't like that part when they asked him if he was under any medications or drugs that might influence his decision.
Yeah.
And he said no, and I said that's a lie.
Right.
And
that is a lie.
I know, and the judge said you're excused, and I ignored him, you know. And he goes, I asked you to leave, and so I got up and walked away. I said he's under what was it? Effexor, or no?
Yeah.
I said the name of the right one. Resveratrol. He's under Resveratrol. It's a strong medication.
Yeah.
And I said, don't let him do it, Paul, or don't do it, Paul.
Yeah.
Which was like he lied. He lied under oath. He should have said, yes, I'm under this medication.
Right. Why did you do that?
Because
He doesn't want to be labeled, or doesn't want to go to the hospital, I think, and be he said to Mom he didn't want to be in the hospital for up to 6 months or indefinite.
They let you out right away.
I know.
You see how long he was down there?
Exactly. It's like he's lonely. Jeez, come on. But he doesn't.
You know what? He needs a tent. He needs some good equipment so that he could go live out in the.
Yeah.
There's places around that you can go.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
He needs to do that. It's not going to work for him to come here. He's not.
I know.
It's just chaos. I won't be comfortable, and he'll just make a mess of things that are here, and I'll have to kick him out, and he won't do what I say. You know, it's like.
But
it's
I
not
know,
gonna work.
and he won't even. He doesn't want to be here because it won't be good for him because he can't get
It wouldn't be good
anywhere.
for him. It'd be terrible for him.
He can't. You know, what's he gonna do? You know.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He needs a place where he can develop and have access to that.
He needs to be in town so he can access all those services. I'm not driving him back. The lawyer said that too. It's like, he's your son. Why don't you drive him around? I'm like, screw that. You know, I mean, it wouldn't help him. It's not the wrong thing. It's not what he needs.
Enabling, yeah.
He needs to figure it out himself. He's 26. You know.
Right.
Even if he's mentally ill, he's
never
still
been tested.
Yeah.
You know, like he's had it so easy. He's never even had to try to live on his own.
He's gonna.
That's
you know, he tries to pull on his mom's heartstrings. You know, saying that he was assaulted and all that. You know, well, that's part of the. You're putting yourself where you're at because of the decisions you've made.
Yeah.
You know, of course, it's been. It's also been done to him by your mom, which is never gave him any consequences or rules or deadlines or, you know what I mean? It's like,
I know, he got sick there.
I know.
He got sick there. It sucks. It's sad. It sucks. It's like...
Yeah, well, when you don't have any responsibilities or nothing to do or no schedule, you're going to spin out of control.
Yeah, I know.
You know, or you can.
That's what
makes it easier.
That's what leads to it.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia.
So, and Mom didn't do him any help, and you know, I could never say nothing. You know, it's like,
no.
You know, she's gonna just attack me if I ever try and give her.
I wanted him out a long time ago.
It's like this intergenerational thing. I mean, look at Victor. You know, and she had your grandmother had her brothers and her dad there. You know, come on.
Yeah, my grandma. I think that's hard. Probably that's where I was hearing that too from. It's like, oh, grandma's telling her to let him back in, you know? Yeah.
And so she's like, oh, he's welcome in my home anytime. That is the wrong thing to do, to send him to Madeira.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he needs to not be, you know, in some hard place like that.
Like that, yeah, I know.
You know, he'll get hurt or in trouble or, you know, get a serious offense against him.
That or real hurt.
He's on a wobbler. If he does everything right, he can get it down to a misdemeanor. Yeah. And then, you know, he can have a job he can do.
He needs to stay sober.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't even know if that's going to happen, you know.
I know, that's the hard part. It's like, I know he wants to smoke weed. I could just tell, you know. Yeah. And from there, where does it go again, you know?
Yeah, well, it's hanging out with all the people who does that stuff.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
How long will that last?
Well, you know, we've seen what happens when he does that stuff. He goes out of control, real fast.
I hope he learned his lesson. He said he was never on it, and it sucks that he, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, he never displayed any symptoms of that stuff until right
before when it happened.
It's like he tried it once and it spun him out of control so fast.
Yeah.
You know, let's see if he doesn't go back to it. If he does, that's it. He's just going to be institutionalized the rest of his life, or in and out. You know, not.
Oh, no, thank you.
There's more? I'm probably going to have more.
Okay.
Yeah.
From both?
Yeah, please. So nice.
That's so nice, thank you.
They're so nice to me, sir.
Nice. That's nice.
They just take care of everything.
That's nice.
I know. We had that couch surfer guy come.
Yeah.
He lives in New York, and he came in a rental car and he took us to the hot tubs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then there's a girl coming from Germany Friday night. till Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's coming in and rent a car.
Yeah.
And then another volunteer. That's nice. Thank you. Madeline, really nice girl. Seems nice anyhow.
How's Laura doing?
She was really struggling on that walk. It sounded like it really sucked.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was walking like from Bakersfield to Fresno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
know.
And then I was telling her, you don't need to do that. Get
out.
I was like, you don't need to do that. It's not worth it. You're not accomplishing anything. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, she was saying this. You know, I was just repeating back what she was saying.
Yeah.
And finally, like, okay,
yeah,
stupid. Yeah. So she just went to Zagreb, Croatia, and was exploring the city and sending reports back from there.
Yeah.
So the guy had the wrong mileage. How the distances? It was all longer than he said. So and there was no interaction.
Did you watch that movie about that trail?
Oh no, this is a different one. This is no. She did the Camino.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she did. I mean, she blogged about it. She was named one of the top Camino bloggers.
Wow.
And
So you know, I will like that. Okay, you can.
But this is only the second year that this has been done. The guy went and marked it last year, but apparently didn't pay very much attention to the distances. And it just said, oh, it felt like it was this much. And all the people were all pissed off. It was a lot farther than they said. A lot of the places they couldn't interact with the people at all. They said they went to this place that looked like a cafe, and the women came out all pissed, saying, "This is not a cafe. I don't have permission to sell you coffee. Go away." She said some of the places she went, like they were so miserable and scared, and you know. And then she's talking about how she's just walking back and forth through borders and stuff, and then 250 miles away, the Syrians are getting massacred, and they're trying to cross the ocean to get to the UK.
I saw some of them died of fumes.
They have a picture today that came out on Facebook of the little dead boy in the water. And this guy's looking at him.
Oh no! Jeez. I don't want to. Why would she want to be over there?
Oh, but that's a little ways away, but that's going on.
I know.
Not too far from there.
250 miles isn't that far.
I know.
It's like less from here to LA.
Some of her blog posts are really good.
Yeah.
Her writing is so good, you know.
So I think like you need to get here and watch it.
You could tell that she's just giving you a little bit.
Maybe we spoke
And that it would make a great book.
You know what? Give me. I will do it. It's okay. I will do it first.
Just the little tidbits you're getting, it's like you want to know more.
I will do it.
That's cool.
It's okay. Like I think I can like really stupid that I will do it. You know.
She's saying she can't live here.
It's like
yeah.
You know.
Okay. So she has to get a job so she can pay rent.
Right.
I don't think she's gonna do that.
When's she gonna do that?
I don't know. October, I think.
Wow.
That's.
Been pushing that off for a long time.
It's been nice having these guys here. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Helping out a lot. We just planted. We got these 2 flowering plants, vines, that are. Put one in front of that window.
Yeah.
It's that morning glory.
Oh, good.
You put it in the ground.
That'll be nice.
It's in a big pot, but the pot's in the ground.
Nice.
And then today we just planted this. I can't remember what it is. Something like a passion flower or something like that. That makes a big vine and has flowers like the morning glory.
Cool.
So we planted that one just over that way, so it can go over that bedroom window. Because I don't have a trellis, you know. And, if you have like a little trellis in front of the window,
right,
it'll block the sun.
Yeah.
That's my next plan, anyway.
Yeah, that sun's just intense.
Yeah.
In the morning every day.
So are you gonna go stay at your mom's and you're leaving tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
And you're gonna drive down to LA?
Yeah. I'm gonna drive back on Monday. And drive all the way up to Tuolumne. And then I'm gonna come back for I took a annual leave day on Thursday.
Are you kidding me?
For the
So you're gonna work Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah. For the sentencing. And, you know, I guess he's supposed to get released.
Yeah. If he gets out, then
it'll be worth it, you know,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure he's not let into that house, right, you know. Yeah. And then I have a dentist appointment on Friday, but I might cancel it and just try to go to Benton instead. Because Kevin's last day at Vogelsang, their last camp day is a Thursday.
yeah.
Same day as the sentencing, so I was like, maybe I can hike up there afterwards and still make it up there.
Yeah.
Last night party.
You probably could.
I think I could too.
Yeah.
But I just have to make sure she doesn't let fall in the house. So that's my
Well, I
real.
mean,
That's my real.
if he's going around in town, I mean, I can't see how she's not gonna let him. You know, that roadhouse has everything. You know, you can go shower, eat.
She knows how it works. She used to drop off her homeless friend there at the shelter.
Yeah.
She knows it.
That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He needs a tent. He needs to. I know there's places he can go.
Yeah. It's still warm out too. It's like
Yeah.
it's September. It's nice right now.
Even if it's not warm out, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't get that bad here. And there's places that you can stay in town.
Yeah, but what about winter?
Yeah, they did it on the hill over there. Those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they had a place to stay.
No, they. Well, you can put tents up around town. You know, there's places that you can. I know there's people that have tents out.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
You know. And if it gets cold or it's gonna be bad weather, just go stay in the shelters. They have them.
Yeah.
You know. I could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have did it when I was his age, or you know.
Yeah. They don't bother them in the tents?
It can't be that bad here.
No.
You know what I mean? Any kind of crimes or anything, the cops are on it. You know, it's like it's not like in the city where you know what I mean. You can get away with crimes and stuff like that. Anything happens here, it's like
They're on it.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're the ones releasing him into the streets, so. Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. He grew up here. He has the right to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if he
Went
doesn't
to
have a
every
home.
single, school.
You know,
Public school here. So.
even if he doesn't have a home here, this is his home. This is his town,
Yeah.
so that they have to take care of him.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he's
That's the thing.
wasn't raised here, and he's lucky because of that. Because it's so
There-
much better here, even if you're homeless. You know, than anywhere else.
Yeah.
And the cops aren't going to be able to pick on him. You know,
No.
unjustly.
Right.
You know.
Right. He has support here.
Yeah.
Still, and he can still visit.
And the cops all know that I'm his dad, and they know that I'm not someone to fuck with.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's true.
So I mean, you know, they might have to do what they're gonna do, but they're not gonna be assholes like a lot of cops are in other places.
Yeah.